This is the definition of risk management, taken from wikipedia.org.
Risk management is a critical activity in software project planning and tracking. It includes identification, prioritization, and treatment of risk faced by the business. Risk arises from a variety of perspectives like project failure, safety, security, legal liabilities, and so on. Now let us look at the risk management process. The first step in the process is risk identification. Risks are identified within the scope of the project. The next step in the risk management process is risk prioritization. And the last step in the risk management process is risk treatment. In risk identification, risks are identified within the scope of the project. Risks can be identified using a number of resources like project objectives, risk lists of previous projects, etc. Next is risk prioritization. It is simple to prioritize a risk if the risk is understood correctly. There are two things, the risk impact and the risk probability. Next is the risk treatment. So first is risk avoidance. For example, if there is a risk related to a new component, it is possible to postpone this development to a new release. Next is the risk transfer. If the risk is, for example, the compromise of system security, it is possible to hire a specialized company to perform the security testing and system hardening. Then the risk is transferred to the other company. Next is risk mitigation. This is the common risk treatment. The objective of risk mitigation is to reduce the risk impact or risk probability or both. The last is risk acceptance. Any risk that is not treated by any of these treatments has to be accepted. This happens when there is no viable mitigation available due to reasons such as cost or unavailability of risk mitigation.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Witt, Director of ProjectManager.com. Well, welcome to our whiteboard session today on the top 5 people management skills. So one thing to remember is that people don't like to be managed, they like to be led. However, we want to look at these 5 people management skills in order to help you lead the people. So the people management skills are communication, being able to communicate effectively by writing, speaking, and listening. Also the interpersonal skills, cooperating, motivating, and supporting. Planning, solving problems, analyzing issues, and developing strategies. Organizational skills like coordinating tasks, setting goals, and handling details. And last but not least, the management skills, teaching, leading, and making decisions. So these are some additional questions that we found effective when dealing with the people on your teams. Number 1, ask, what are they thinking? Stop to think about what the other people are thinking. What perspective or what lens are they looking at an issue or a problem? Number 2, why are they doing this? If people are by looking at people's behaviors and trying to figure out why they're doing a certain thing, you can determine maybe they need additional information, maybe they're not being able to feel like they're being heard, or maybe their ideas are not getting across. Number 3, ask yourself, what is it that they need? For instance, if you have a detail-oriented person, they need details in order to get their job done. If they're technical people, they may need technical information in order to get the job done, or maybe in order to complete tasks, they need information or another deliverable for another team. So those are things to ask yourself. Also ask yourself, what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? Remembering to position your people on your team to perform according to their strengths and not their weaknesses. So we think these are the top 5 project management skills to help you manage your projects more effectively. If you need a tool that can help you manage your people more effectively, then sign up for our software now at ProjectManager.com.
Team and software project management, huh? What team? Team or work team is a group that get together and work together. Oh, I see. So, How is a team is created, or does it have any steps to creating a team? Yes, it does. There are 4 steps of it. Step 1 is forming. We form a group. Step 2 is storming, which we will choose a group leader and determine what we going to do as a group. Step 3 is norming. Close relationship is developed and team is started to display cohesiveness. Step 4 is performing. The team develops a structure that is fully functional and accepted by team member. Wow, so there were 4 steps in forming a group. So, what? Is it only one kind of team? Nope. There are 5 types of team or group. 1. Functional team. A team composed of a manager and the employees in his or her unit and involved in efforts to improve work activities or to solve specific problems within particular functional unit. 2. Problem-solving team. 5 to 12 hourly team members who meet each week to discuss ways of improving quality, efficiency, and the work environment. 3. Self-managed work team. Team members that operates without a manager and is responsible for a complete work process or segment that delivers a product which software in our field to customers, either external or internal customer. 4. Cross-functional work team. A team composed of team members from about the same level of experiences and knowledge but from a different fields, who brought together to accomplish a particular task. The last one. Virtual team. A team that meets electronically. Allow the team to meet without concern for space or time, but here's the thing about a team and a group. There is a huge difference between a work team and a work group. Okay, let us view from the goals. Work team is collective performance while work group is shared information, the synergy. Work team bring a positive synergy while work group is neutral, but somehow that neutral can go negative, accountability. Work team is mostly individual and mutual and work group is individual. Wait. What do you mean by accountability? Accountability means responsibility. Lastly, skills. In work team the skills were complementary, but in work group the skills were random and varied. So, what is the main reason you telling me all this? Actually, I just wanted to explain to our viewer about team in software project management.